How's it going? Cole Slayton here with Futrell Marine in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and today we're previewing some of our new 2021 inventory. Behind me is the all-new Cobalt A29. We're very excited about this boat. This boat was released in 2020, and we're excited to have a few in inventory going into our off-season on into the 2021 year. This is the A29, so it's a 29-foot boat. It's got a 9-foot beam. It's got a 120-gallon fuel tank. And weighs 7,200 pounds dry. It's a big boat. It's a big single-engine boat, and we're going to talk about some of the features and benefits about this one. Specifically, this is a navy hull side with a navy bootstrap, white hull bottom, and a white top cap. A lot of options on this boat to go through, a lot of amenities, especially in a big boat like this. Things from automatic swim platforms to air conditioners, all kinds of lighting options, and many other features like that. We're going to talk about the swim platform of the boat next. So back to the swim platform of our A29. A lot of really cool things to point out here. So generally your swim platform area is the most popular hangout on your boat when you're out on the lake, especially if you're a cove person that likes to anchor down and hang out. So in our A29, we have a huge swim platform area here. If you're familiar with Cobalt, you're familiar with the swim step. So you pull one knob and you're able to flip the step down into the water, and this pretty much takes the place of the ladder on your boat. Well, on our A29, we can have a hydraulic swim platform. So this entire section that runs the full beam of the boat goes all the way down into the water. So when you lower your swim step down and retract this all the way down, you're probably 2.5 feet down into the water. So great area to be able to hang out when you're out on the lake. The rest of our sun pad area up top, and we'll take a closer look at this when we get inside the boat, but we have 2 rumble seats to be able to hang out closer to the water. Really well designed trim back here, so all your stainless steel pieces, especially when you flip your swim step up. So great, Cobalt logoed swim platform area, a tow point from back here, and then a nice feature to point out is the splash and stow swim mat. So everybody, when they're out on the lake, always has a big sun pad or the rollout mats that everybody's using nowadays. Cobalt won the Innovation Award for having one built into their boat. So you simply push a button, you're able to retract this mat out, blow it up with air, and then retract it back into that compartment and have one with you every time you're out on the lake. So now we're checking out the sun pad area of our A29. A lot of cool stuff to show off here. So like I mentioned before, when we were down on the ground, you have our rumble seats that kick up on each side, and these move independently. So if you want to lay one down and have the other one kicked up, you're able to do that. The splash and stow simply opens up this compartment. That mat would lay in this area right here and again be able to roll out. If you don't option for that, you have a huge storage compartment, great spot for your flip-flops, extra ropes, bumpers, anything like that. We have our big bolster here, so able to flip either direction there when you're lounging out on the lake, and again being able to lay this other rumble seat down and having this huge sun pad area. As you kind of take a look here, you can see the fit and finish of the A29. It's different from what a lot of people would see as their traditional kind of Cobalt styling, but this is a it's a new age, it's a 2021 boat. You see some new lines, some new features, and some different ways of doing stuff. This has got a navy interior that looks super sharp, and when we get on the inside of the boat, it's a little bit easier to see, but if you're familiar with Cobalt, you're familiar with the Macassar wood grain trim package, and this boat's optioned with that. So all your cup holder areas, as well as some interior spots on the boat, which we'll show here in a minute, really sets the boat off well when you have a navy in white, and then also the gray wood grain. Really makes the boat look sharp. So as we move forward and board the A29, we have a great transom area walkthrough. So as we move forward and board the A29, we have a great transom area walkthrough where you don't have to step on any kind of upholstery. You step down into the boat, and it's pretty cool to see just how much room and space there is in a 9-foot beam boat. Just 6 inches larger than your traditional styled boat, but tons of room here. Great seating, wraparound seating at the cockpit. This boat was optioned with a galley, so we have a sink and a refrigerator. Of course, you have the cooler storage below there. And then on the port side of the boat, traditional storage on this side. All your battery switches, your fuses, table mounts, all of that stuff's located down in that compartment. And it's a great way to see just how big this boat is from the interior. Wants to ride, they can flip that seat back and forth. Again, going back to you know, more innovative looking designs and new lines on your Cobalt, you can see how things look quite a bit different than previous years. This boat was optioned with the premium audio, so you have great speaker locations with the really good looking covers. You have the stainless steel trim with that, and then again back to that Macassar wood grain package, so all of your inlays throughout the boat, on port and starboard, at your dash, and on up into the bow of the boat, really sets the boat off and gives the boat the fit and finish and the look that you expect to see out of Cobalt. You know, so now we're moving forward over towards the helm stand. So we have a great center locker storage here, good spot for all your life jackets, extra gear that you want to keep tucked out of the way, not stuff you have to get to all the time. Looking at this spot right here, it's a great way to illustrate just how much of a powerhouse Cobalt is and how well they're able to design their helm stand. So great captain's chair here, double wide, so if you want to sit a couple people here, easily done. This boat's option with the power seat base, so you're able to move this captain's chair forward and aft, and of course you have a bolster, so if you want to sit a little bit lower, you have the ability to do that. Italian style leather wrapped steering wheel, super sharp, and I think it sets this whole area off, gives you something really unique that's new to Cobalt and new to the boating industry, just having a really good looking sharp steering wheel. 12-inch Garmin's in this boat, and this is basically home screens for each side. So you have the A29 logo screen and then a picture of your boat on the starboard side. How to go through this is pretty intuitive, and it's similar to how you've seen it in the past in your other R Series and A Series boats. We can scroll through and go down to our gauges, select our engine, and go through our engine diagnostics. If you want to see your navigation screen, that's easily selected, and everything's preloaded. All your lakes across the country are there for you. Some new features that are pretty cool when you go to your lighting package. So you click on your lighting screen right there. This will load up for us, and this is how we control our RGB lighting, our logo lighting, underwater lighting, all of that stuff. So easily selected through this screen here to change our colors around if you want to see red, blue, green, if you want it to fade through the colors. All of that stuff's easily done right there. Gives the boat a great look and really sets it off at night. May not look great in this video with the lighting in here in the showroom, but it really sets it apart when you're at the boat slip. Your main rocker switches at the dash is what you'd expect to see. Your horn, your bilge pump, your blowers, docking lights, underwater lighting, navigation lights, all of that stuff. Everything's backlit in blue, makes the boat look really sharp. Over on our right-hand side, we have a Volvo Penta computer screen, so showing all of our engine diagnostics. A little bit of redundancy from what you would see on the screens, but it's nice to have that technology there. Trim tab locations and your buttons right here, so you're able to change those very easily while you're driving the boat. And then on the port side, you have your Roxford Fosgate head unit, your ignition, and the rest of your rocker switches. Cup holders tucked in down low there. Deep cup holders, so fit all your different size cups when you're out on the lake. This boat was optioned with a fire suppression system, so you're able to see that easily located there for the captain. EV show the galley option on the A29. This is a great area for the family to be able to make sandwiches. You have a sink underneath here, so if you need to wash anything off or wash anything down, easily done there. Multiple cup holders behind there. And of course, you've got your isotherm refrigerator, and you also have a freezer up top. So great feature to have when you're out on the lake, especially in a bigger boat like this, because you're generally going out for the entire day. Your walk-through area is a little bit different in our A29, so we're accessing the bow of the boat through the port side, and that's how you're able to have a large head compartment as well as a wide space for the captain. So great walk-through area right here, and we were able to option this boat with the bow filler cushions, so great sun pad area here. You have an armrest that fold down, multiple cup holders, anchor locker storage, and of course your windlass option in the bow. You're able to see some of the trim lines very well up here. Great stainless steel grab handles in the bow, more speakers up here, great oversized cleats, just a really well designed bow area, tons of fit and finish, and you have another subfloor storage underneath our bow filler cushion that we're not able to see there. So great subfloor storage even in your bow of your boat. So in this area of the boat, there's many different options, and it all depends on how you are using your boat. There's many customers that want a head compartment where they can use the restroom when they're out on a lake. Then there's other areas like in our part of the country where that's not as much of a necessity. So this boat was optioned with the filler cushions throughout this area. So it's a great day cabin area, and it was also optioned with the air conditioner. So we are able to get that turned on, have it cooled down in this compartment, So for the younger kids or anybody that needs to lay down and take a nap, you have access to this area. Of course, all the filler cushions are able to open up, and you have a huge storage spot as well as your head that is below the seats there. But great storage area and a well optioned out area for the A29. So great power plant for this single engine boat. So 430 horse small block V8, Volvo Penta engine and drive, of course. Great engine compartment here, so tons of room for anybody to be able to get and work on the engine on either side. This boat's option with a battery maintainer as well as an air conditioner. You can see some of those components in our engine room here. But this boat, under its first lake test with 2 people and a full tank of fuel, ran 5,800 RPMs and 48 miles an hour. So I think that's pretty impressive for a single engine boat, especially of this size. But great engine here, and very impressed with its performance. Next, I want to talk about a major option that this boat was equipped with, and that's the Cobalt Hardtop. Gives the boat a very unique look, a very edgy styling design, and there's a lot of things that come along with this. So we did do the premium audio, so there's 2 speakers underneath these compartments, and this headliner able to have some RGB lighting that really looks good at night. The hardtop itself gives you a tremendous amount of coverage. We do have a sunroof right here to be able to see through on both ends. And then one option that we did equip it with is the retractable sun shade. So at the push of a button, we're able to retract this shade and give us that much more coverage when we're out on the lake. So really awesome feature to have there, really unique when you're hanging out there on the lake. Open this up and have coverage generally for about 3/4 of your boat. So great feature to show there. I'm not a super tall guy, but you're able to walk through this area without bumping your head, and that's another thing to look at when you are out on the lake. So coverage over your sun pad area as well as your entire cockpit area. But you can check out this boat and the rest of our inventory at futrellmarine.com, and I appreciate you taking a view.